Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how it's going to look. It's going to be a difficult one to work with, I do think. Going to colour. I don't know how that's going to work with this one. But yeah, folks, much of New South Wales, especially Sydney, is in the middle of a COVID-19 lockdown. So we're in the middle of that shit. We just started it last night, and I'm not happy, but I've got a few creative ideas up my sleeve to deal with it later on. So I'm going to try and make demos as long as I can. This is what we're demoing with, and it is a lace camisole, but I think the back of it looks a lot much better. So we'll just show you the back end of it. So this is the lace at the back of this cami, as they call them. I think this will be the side we'll use. But yeah, it's really difficult dealing with this pandemic, coronavirus or COVID-19. And it's not just a normal COVID. It's not the original COVID. It's the infamous one known as simply as Delta. Delta is a real bitch. She's a bitch of a coronavirus. She really packs a punch when it comes to spreading quickly. I'm not happy with the original source of this illness, or what they think is. This limousine driver, who should have known better. He should have masked up and got vaccinated, but he obviously was a bit lax, the silly idiot. And that monkey is responsible for the rest of the spread of this disease. Now that looks interesting. I do think maybe we could enlarge it, or maybe... I don't like that stitching. I think, I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'm really angry at that person for spreading it, for starting it off. It just doesn't... Oh, hang on. I think this is the stitching there. But basically, I'm just absolutely pissed at that person, that he started it. And I'm just pissed with people in general for not wanting to get vaxxed. This is why we get vaxxed, folks. This is why we must bite the bullet. Yes, I know there have been side effects linked to not Pfizer, to AstraZeneca, which causes these potentially deadly blood clots, or they have killed some people. But we can't let that stop us from getting vaxxed. I know. I mean, the good thing is they've decided to scrap AstraZeneca now. AstraZeneca is no longer. They're going to phase it out, which hopefully they can bring in the more of the Pfizer and other types like Moderna, like the ones that come from overseas. So I'm looking forward to when that happens. I got the Pfizer. I was one of the fortunate ones, and I managed to get vaxxed. So I'm fully vaccinated, folks. But I want to clarify one thing, is that even though I'm fully vaccinated, that doesn't mean I can play funny games and go doing stupid things. I still have to be responsible. They still say to wear masks, to practice social distancing. You know, you still have to play it COVID safe, because sometimes, not everyone, occasionally vaccines don't work. But basically, that doesn't mean that it's not common. It's quite uncommon, but we still we still need to get vaxxed, because that's the only way we're going to crush this illness. There might be just a handful of people whose bodies don't become immune, but that's not an excuse to say, oh look, I won't get vaxxed. You got to get vaxxed, folks. It's the only way. It's what they call herd immunity, where if everyone gets vaxxed, there won't be any room for the illness to propagate. So if we can just vax the shit out of this fucking illness, this fucking disease, coronavirus, well, hopefully it'll just be an uncommon or a rarity. It'll be under control. There won't be too many bodies to infect. It'll just get crushed out. It's not going to be, I don't think coronavirus is going to be gone, as in totally gone, but at least it won't be a major problem like we have. And I forgot to switch to mirror image. Too much gas bagging. But basically, yeah, we just have to get in there and get vaxxed. I know that even my mum's gotten vaxxed. She got her what's it called, AstraZeneca, and she's pretty angry at the people who are not getting vaxxed. She's going to be due for a second dose in August sometime, so hopefully she'll be fully vaxxed. But she's not impressed with the way people have been as well. Now this does look quite interesting, this piece. But I really want to see more people just getting the jab, you know. We got to be more afraid of COVID than be afraid of the side effects. We don't want to end up like India, right? We don't want to end up not having enough oxygen because so many people are falling sick. We can't have that, folks. Okay, that looks really quite interesting. I do wonder if, I was thinking a switcheroo, but that does look nice. I think now we can call this demo quit.